Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from Above, and I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Let me get my desktop all set up here, and we will get started here. And let us get everything organized here. All right. Looks like we have a light evening. I don't know, something's going on with YouTube, because I didn't see it advertised on my other page, so I'm wondering if something weird is happening. But hey, I'm sure people, whoever needs to see our chat, will see it and they will show up um, for their readings if they need it. Otherwise, it's going to be a short night for us. All right. Well, before we get started here, let me um, I do want to send love out to the world. So we'll start there. And if you'd like to join me in doing that, of course, I'm more than welcome that, whether you're watching this on replay or live, of course. And so, when one of us sends unconditional love out to the world, it helps transform the collective, all this lower vibrational energy that's out there. One person, unconditional love equals 1 million individuals at lower vibrational energy. That's how powerful love energy is. Unconditional love energy, right? So I'm going to bring in my beautiful, lovely singing bowl. And so before we start, just going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now, leaving everything else away. And as I hit the singing bowl, we're just bringing in, letting that love drop down into our own heart, fill us up, and then flow out to the world. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. It's going to continue to sing back here. It's a very strong bowl. So we'll just move that stuff out of the way. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. And before we get into the readings, of course, a big hello, everybody. Big celebration, reaching 2,000 plus subscribers. Couldn't have done it without all of you. So a big thank you. And for that, in celebration, I am having a drawing at the end of February, giving everyone a chance to get into the drawing. And what I give away, how much I give away, is all going to be dependent upon how many people get into the drawing. So the more the merrier. I love giving things away. So we can look at that. Also, just to make sure everyone is aware, I do have half off my relationship readings. We actually have 6 different reading choices, and they're all half off until the end of February. And all of the reading kind of different readings that I chose had to do with the kind of readings that have been asked for throughout the year and a half that I've been doing live readings. So it's all because of you guys too. So if you're interested, you can check all that out. Also, I'm starting a new podcast rollout tomorrow. It'll basically at midnight tonight, it'll become available, but it's called From Chaos to Cozy, which is all about the journey of coming down here to this world that's full of chaos and the journey that we have that we can go on back to cozy. We come from cozy, we come down to chaos, and then we to see that difference and that contrast. then we head back to cozy. So it's going to be all about that. And along with that, on Wednesdays for my YouTube channel members, I will be having a cozy chat from 6 to 7 where I'll talk about the podcast subject matter, talk about the tools that we can use, put them into practice, share things, answer questions. And that's for all of my Zen Cricket levels as well as my praying mantis. Zen Cricket's $2.99 a month. The praying mantis is $7.99 a month. And with the praying mantis, actually for both, you get advanced access to future podcasts. I'm going to be recording them a couple weeks in advance, which right now I have one that I still need to edit. So that'll probably be out on Monday, but you'll have advanced access to that and my pick a cards. And for the Praying Mantis members, they actually have a Q&A also on Thursday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And after every one of these free readings, we have an hour where we do readings, we read, we learn, we grow, we talk astrology, all things spirit as well. So if you're interested in any of that, all the links are down in the description box of the video below. And if you had tuned in the last couple sessions, this morning I gave away 5 free Zen Cricket memberships, and I'm about to give 5 more away. YouTube gives us 10 free ones that we can give away a month, where you can have a month to try it out and see what it looks like, and then it expires after the month. Doesn't automatically renew or anything, but if you're interested, then you can sign up. But to qualify, not to qualify, but to be able to receive a gifted free membership, I'll get it out. You have to go into your settings, and so if on here, if you click on the little dollar bill at the bottom of the chat, that you'll have an option for memberships, and then there'll be like a little 3 dots, which is a menu. Click in there. There's membership settings. When you click on there, then another little box pops up with a little, what do they call it? A little lever? No, what do they call it? I have it written down here. It's a little switch. That's what it is, a switch. And you just have to switch it from off to on, and then you're eligible for it. So I'm going to do that now. And so if you have that set, then you have a chance of getting that. I don't choose it. YouTube does. They supposedly choose the top fans, like whoever, loyal viewers is what they call it. People who are always watching and interacting. And so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do that real quick here, and then we'll get into the readings. So let's say I did it this morning. So we'll see here. So I go into membership gifting, and I have 5 more left. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. It is starting up here. All right. All right. Very good. All right. Let me just grab these real quick so I can see who they are. And so Kritika Malhotra, you have a 1-month Zen Cricket membership. Madeline Lee, Yadu Agarwal, ESRT, and then also Bhumika Sharma. So congratulations, you guys. I'm excited. And then they give me 10 more at the first of every month. So that's it for this month for those free ones. But stay tuned and make sure you change your settings so that you can qualify for future ones. So, all right. So let us get in here. We're going to use the Star Tarot here. And if you're new to the channel, what we do is we go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. And then if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings. I dive deeper into those. And then once I'm done, I return back to the free readings and continue in order. So normally Mia would be up first, but she so graciously has said that Rhonda can go first. And Rhonda is here. Hey, Rhonda. So thank you, Mia. You're so gracious. So we will go there first. I know. Whoa, you're here. Wow. Good to see you, Rhonda. And so you want to know what is keeping you from seeing your gifts or knowing your gifts? All right, let's take a look here. And let's see what we have going on here. All right. All righty. Well, yeah. I think it's a pretty straightforward message. You've got both the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Both of these have in their hands the Ace of Cups, the chalice, the Holy Grail. And that represents our self love, right? That's what we all are really searching for on this planet. We come from a place of unconditional love where we realize we are made of unconditional love. We are love. We come down here to understand who we are by experiencing ourselves as less than and smaller and lower, all these delicious fear rides we ride in this giant amusement park, right, of fear rides. And then we eventually at some point wake up to our, wait, I'm more than this human. I'm this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And um, then I become complete. What our ego, what our human is searching for is that love, is this Ace of Cups. And we find that Ace of Cups by turning inward and upward, and then we fill up like that chalice and overflow out to the world. So when we're, what keeps us from seeing our gifts and knowing our gifts, our human experience, our human mindsets, our human emotions, all these lower vibrational, loud and noisy, again, chaos, right? The chaotic world distracts us. It's so loud. We're taught so many things when we're young about, um, definitions of who we are. They're all lies. They're limiting beliefs. They're, beliefs that make us believe that we're small and limited and powerless and victims and all these things of life. They're the rides we come here to ride. So there's nothing wrong with those. Just when we're ready, like when you're ready to see our higher gifts and knowing our gifts, then when we move inward and upward, we start letting go of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that limit us, that have kept us small in the past, right? And there's this um, clarity that we get. We start to see the capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, and they help us transform the smaller T truths that are rooted in fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of being unlovable, all those things that we all experience as humans, and we transform them into higher knowledge and higher wisdom. That's what allows us to understand, and as we let go of these lower vibrational emotions that don't serve us, and that energy transforms into higher vibrational love, then we're like, it's kind of like Rumi, who says we don't have to discover love, we just have to discover the obstacles that we've created between us and love. Same thing with our gifts and who we are. We don't have to become anything bigger or greater. We just have to remember who we are and do those just do the transformational work of looking at, why do I believe that? Well, but the more we focus on unconditional love, we raise our love vibration. So we kind of do both things at once. If you focus on only your fears, trying to, change stuff, whatever we focus on grows. And so if we spend all our time on our shadow grows. So what I usually say is we focus more on unconditional love. We turn up the volume, right, of unconditional love, and we start turning down the volume of our fears. But the more we focus on unconditional love, we naturally escalate and elevate to that, and some of the stuff takes care of itself. But the stuff that raises its ugly head, the triggers that keep on coming up, we're like, okay, it's like a little kid going, Rhonda, 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 or, it's for all of us, our little child, when it has emotions and beliefs that it wants to get rid of, it's been holding on for so long. It's like, hey, mom, 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 they want us to deal something with it. And so when it's asking for all of that, then we can, release those things, right? Yeah. Yeah, and the world just is. What challenges us is our thoughts and beliefs about the world, right? The world just is, and, we know that because some people look at the world and go, "It's beautiful," and we're like, "How can you" it's like looking at a painting. "You think that's beautiful? That's ugly," but it's all our own opinion, right? And so, we realize we don't s we no one sees the world as it really is. We all see the world as we are, so we see through our own eyes, right? And so if I see the world as challenging, then I'm like, "Oh, my thoughts and beliefs about me are challenging, so let me look at those." I transform those, and then my outside world transforms along with it too. Mhm. You are beautiful. You just wanna be able to see, the beauty that you are, and it's about, you know, pulling away the scales from our eyes that are, um, these thoughts and beliefs that are untrue, see things from the higher perspective, and then that's what transforms. So, when we look at all the how powerful we really are, if we can understand that, it blows our mind. And that's one of the reasons why I was really encouraged to start this podcast that's coming up, From Chaos to Cozy, because in that I am going to be talking about my own challenges in life that I experienced and the tools that spirit brought to help me transform those over these years. When I was 22, I had so much chaos in my life that I was going to kill myself. And that was transformative. I would never change it. People are like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "I'm not." Because if I didn't have that, I might still be in the rat race that I was in. But that was the beginning of a transformation of me beginning to step ever so slowly out of chaos in that. So that's what we're going to be looking and starting. Tomorrow's just the introduction. I'll have a couple I'm gonna try to record it a few weeks in advance, but and I'm gonna have like social media postings and different things too. So definitely look out for those as well. So hopefully that helps a little bit there, Rhonda. But you are beautiful. You just haven't seen it yet, and so you will, because you always do. All these past lifetimes that we've had, it's the same from chaos to cozy. We just go on different adventures down different trails, but it's all the same chaotic streets, all leading to the same back to cozy. So you've done it hundreds of times before as a human, and you'll do plenty more. So this isn't new. You got this. All right. So many blessings to you there, Rhonda Rhonda. Absolutely, you can PayPal for a question. You can use anything listed in the description box of the video. I've got Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Square, and then also the super chat at the bottom. So whichever one you prefer, you can do. All right. So Rhonda, much love to you. Hang in there. All right. And then Mia, thank you so much for letting Rhonda go first. We're going to give your donation some love, and they're letting me like them now too. I like that. So, Mia, always nice to see you as well. Like a general reading for your friend Nunzia. All right, absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what is going on. What does Spirit want you to know about Nunzia? What message here? All right, let's see what's going on here. All right. So the energy on the bottom of the deck, which yeah, you even got the Hanged Man. So they're definitely on this wonderful adventure, this transformation with the Hanged Man coming in here. Let's see if I can. Here we go. um, in the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is, their Ace of Cups up here is this is the journey that they're on, the transformation. Because the Three Cups down below, those down here represent the outside world, relationships, situations, and things that all fall short, right? They're not forever. They don't fill us up for very long, if at all. And eventually we turn inward and upward. This is where she's at in her life. She's having this wonderful transformation. I never noticed it before. So they got the lotus flower at the top here. And that is this beautiful transformation. Let's see what energy is. Oh yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, so she is going through it, isn't she? All right, yeah. So definitely, with the devil card coming in here, it's like Saturn return time where, their life is shaken and the cage that they have their heart in is shaken and riled up. All these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, the supposed are being let down. They're not coming, they're disappointing. That's all these expectations that were given of, well, this is what's supposed to be, how it's supposed to happen, blah, blah, blah. But when our thoughts battle reality, they lose, but only 100% of the time. It's Byron Katie. I love her. So this was something that she says, which is hilarious, and it's true. When our thoughts of what is supposed to happen battles reality of what's happening, it loses. Our mind loses because reality is different. It's always going to be what it is, and that's what's happening. Her reality is being shaken up here, and it's bringing in here her awareness of the two of wands, which is the power of energetic choice. And it's like there's this unfolding, this beautiful transformation of her realizing this, that whatever she focuses on grows and expands. If she focuses on what she's missing, she misses things more, and misses more things. And if she focuses on wanting something, it feels like it just repels it away, because it's the wanting that we're saying, I love wanting, not having. That's what we say when I go, I want love. Well, I like wanting for love, but that's what our energy says. When really what we are wanting is like, I am grateful for love that I have in my life. And then more love comes in instead of, I like the wanting or the needing. I like the missingness of love in my life. And it's a big aha for all of us when we realize, why was I not told this when I was young? But it's been going on for a while, especially with that Hanged Man and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's been a slow, arduous journey here with the Three of Swords, realizing their expectations and learning about heartbreak and embracing heartbreak, and they're in the process here with the Three of Swords, discovering that our heart can never be broken, but that it's our fears that prick our heart and make us feel like our heart is breaking, but it's really just us being scared by emotional monsters and looping them in our heart and our brain that make the pain continue, because it's like we're pricking our heart over and over again. And that's what makes it feel like heartbreak, when it's really just we're a little scared of being heard or not being lovable, all those delicious things that the devil energy is bringing to her awareness through this process too. But it's all to bring them to this place here with the Two of Cups, to bring them to raising their love vibration so that they can be in a relationship with someone and not have it be lower vibrational, doing what she's always done and getting what she's always gotten, right? The Six of Cups, too, on the bottom of the deck, is all about past life energy and past life connections. So she does have destined to be with someone here in this lifetime, but I feel like it's someone new because we've got the Six of Cups. See if I can get it to focus. There we go. Which is past life energy, and the Ace of Wands on the bottom, which is new passion. So, this process they're going through is worth it, because you don't want to continue to do what you've always done and get what they've always gotten, right? So, that's what's coming in there. She's having a very tough moment. Yeah. Yeah, and it's all happening on purpose for a purpose. There's nothing that you can do. You can't take the tests and go through it for them. All you can do is send love, right? Do I have, let me see if I have that list here. Do I have that list here? No. If your heart's aching for someone and you feel like there's not something that you can do for it, if you take a look here at my Take 10 with Zen playlist. Um, Yeah, that's the playlist. It's like around episode 10-ish, somewhere, give or take. You can see it in there. It'll be there's a heartbreak episode, but it's not that one. That's like what she's going through, is learning about heartbreak. You might want to listen to that, even maybe send it to her. But the heartache is the one where we have our heart aches for someone, and we don't feel like there's anything we can do for them in the physical world. It talks about how you can send love to help them. So if you want to take that, take a look at that, then you can check that out. All right. So that is what they have for you, Mia. You are very welcome, and thank you again for your donation and for letting Rhonda go first. You're so generous. All right. All right, let me just scroll down here. All right, so let me take a look here, see who came in first here. All right, so Brenda, you were in next, and then Maria by PayPal. So those are the ones, and then of course Infinity is one, and Mimia. Ricky, I don't see a donation from you yet, unless did you do it on Cash App? Because Cash App was acting weird today. Let me just check that really quick here. I can There's some raccoons. Okay, Ricky, I do see here. And yeah, so it did come through here. Just emails are taking a while from Cash App. So thanks for letting me know. So you will be um, after Brenda and after Maria, then Ricky, and then Infinity is one, and then Mia. All right. I'm looking over here, but the camera's right here. All right. So thank you, Ricky, for your donation there. All right. So Brenda, thank you for your sticker there and for your donation. And so you said last night, Matthew and you had a conversation. You ended up distancing or withdrawing yourself from him. You tried to be, um, okay, but it didn't work. How were his thoughts and intentions and feelings? All right, we'll take a look here. So you tried to be bearable, but it wasn't bearable. Sounds like there. So let's take a look here and see what are their thoughts and intentions and feelings. What's going on with them here? All right. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, I see here. They're kind of in this. They're undecided. They're kind of going back and forth. With everything that's happening here, because we've got two twos, which when you have the two of swords, it's like going back and forth between their head and their heart. They're going back and forth. Two of wands going back and forth. It's all this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth type of energy here. And they're going back and forth between, really, it's like they're jumping from three different things here, because you know they've got the Prince of Wands, which is kind of fiery, and I feel like they can be a little bit, um, jump to into a little heatedness, right? And I feel like they kind of heat up and cool off, heat up and cool off. Where when we're slow cookers, I'm a slow cooker. It takes me a long time to get angry and upset, but it takes me a long time to cool back off too. If you get me up to this anger, or this, if my agitation gets up, it doesn't just stop. It's like it takes time for it to. And so whenever I'm in a relationship or interaction with someone who's a frying pan, they heat up and cool off and heat up and cool off. And they're like, "Why are you still upset?" And I'm like, "Well, it took me 3 months to get to this point, and you've been up and down 50 times during that time. It's taking me time to cool off. So just cool your jets." I feel like that's the kind of person they are. Is they're very fiery, and so they make these decisions and statements and blah blah blah. Um, But they also are, with the death and rebirth, they're just one of the things they're wondering is like, should we just end this? Is it not healthy? It's like that's well, this is the fight in the fight or flight, and this is the flight in fight or flight. Like, should I just get out of here? But then they also have the hanged one, which is, well, should I just wait and let's see what unfolds? Is it transforming? That type of thing that's going on here. So, it just feels like, that they're unsure of what you're wanting. And they just feel like they're, again, kind of double or split. They're not double minded as much as they are kind of feel like they're split in between things and they're just not sure of what they want to do, where they want to go, all that type of energy that's coming in here. Um so I just feel like they're undecided, you know. They don't know what their intentions are. They're like, should I go? Should I stay? Should I fight for this? Should I, this, that? I just feel like they're all over the place, which, you know, when you're leaving it up to someone else, it's like, is it really where, is it what you want? Is it what you want to do? Is it where you want to go? And, it's two people in the relationship, right? And so I feel like it's up to you to decide here with this Knight of Swords on the bottom. What do you want to do? Look at things from a higher perspective, step back outside of it. But that Ace of Swords with this Knight is, do you get joy out of this, or why do you feel like you have to stay in it? If you feel like this isn't bringing you joy and something you want, what fears are keeping you in it? Because that's usually why we'll put up with something that isn't making us happy, because we feel like, well, I can't get any better. But trust me, you can. And so I feel like it's being aware of what's happening, with all of this. If it feels like, the you know you feel threatened, you feel, this distancing and withdrawing is you going into fear, and that's your flight in fight or flight, right? And so you can understand and take a step back and look at what are your fears around the situation, because that'll tell you a lot, and then you can make a decision on what you want. It's not up to them. You get to decide for you, they get to decide for them, but you get to decide whether it's something you want to invest any more energy in or not. But they're undecided, and I feel like that's important, because I feel this is a time for you to be able to step into your power and decide what you're wanting, right? So that is what is coming in for you there, Brenda. Hopefully that helps, my dear. But you definitely deserve something, right? Oh, sorry, I didn't see your extra messages down here. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're withdrawing and they're withdrawn, I just feel like they're not sure. I feel like they're getting, they feel like they're getting mixed messages from you, and because we see the world through our own eyes, right? So he has mixed messages, and so he thinks you're giving him mixed messages, and you're seeing the world through your own eyes. And so, if you're closed off and you feel they're closed off, you just have to decide if this is something you truly want. You're going to have to open up. And if they don't open up, then you get to decide, right? So I feel like it's an important time for you not to know what's going on over there, because you can't control over there. You can only control right here, your own thoughts, your own emotions, your energy, your actions. And so, realize what fears are keeping you holding back, and you're like, well, they're closed off. I don't want to do this because I'm fearing what? And then if you're like, well, I overcome that fear, you can say what you want. You can ask for what you want. You can open up conversations. And if they refuse, there's your answer, right? But I feel like this is an important time for you to realize who you are and you step forward with that, right? So, yeah. I mean, if you feel if it's, if it's something you truly want, then do it, right? If you're like, "Well, I feel like I wanna try one last time," and then just be honest and open and vulnerable, to an extent, and just say, I feel like you're do you even want to get to know me and anything? I feel like you're closed off, is there I don't wanna, like, try to push you to do something you don't wanna do, and they're like, "Oh, no, no, no," and then maybe they'll share something, maybe they'll open up, and if they don't, then you're like, "Alright, this answered my question," right? So, I always say if it's something that you really want, you go for it, and then if they don't feel the same or it doesn't unfold, that's your answer. I like that it's better to have tried and not end up being what I want than not try and always wonder, right? So, that's what I would recommend doing, right? I know, scary, right? You can do it, Brenda. What's the worst that could happen? He can stay closed off, and you're like, "Okay, it's that. Bye." Alright. So that is what they have for you, my dear. So hang in there. Alright. And so Maria, you are up next here. All right. So, Maria, thank you so much for your donation. And when you reach out to Roberto today, oh, did he know who you were? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Let's take a look here. So, did he recognize that it was you? All right. Let's take a look here. I feel here the energy on the bottom of the deck, Maria, you've got the 6 of Wands, which is like this equal, I mean, it's victory, it's equal, like, energy on either side, equal passion and attraction. So I feel like they because they have the 4 of Wands, which is joy and celebration. There's the 9 of Cups, which is kinda like wish it's a card of, like, overflowing joy and, that kind of energy there, and the Queen of Cups, which is also this intuitiveness with the Queen of Cups. So I feel like they picked up on your energy, and they did know that it was you here. There was joy here, um, and, deep emotion with the Queen of Cups with it coming in there. So, that's what we have there. So, you're like, "No." But I feel like they're very I feel like they're very in tune, very empathic, and I just feel like they picked up on things realizing that it was you there, for whatever that means for you. But, but they had joy and, positive emotion around it. Oh, yeah, no, I feel oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I feel like they picked up on how you said things and did things. I feel like they did know who it was because I feel like the way you say stuff or the way that you did it, you might have referred to something. I feel like they knew it with all of that. You might have even I don't know if there's like a little, private joke or the way you say something, they recognized it as, oh, you know, um, with that there. So I do feel like that is an affirmative there. So, all right. So that is what they have there for you there, Maria. Hopefully that gives you the answers that you were seeking. Sure. Absolutely. Feel free to do so. You guys can ask as many questions as you would like. Absolutely. So we just continue to go down in order so you can take your time in doing that, and we'll be there back to that shortly here. All right. So thank you again for your donation. And then Infinity is 1. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love. And it lets me like it too. So you want to know, what does M think and feel about you? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Cards are flying out here. All right. So what do they think and feel about you? Let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. All right. Very interesting. So, we've got the Queen of Cups. So, one of the things that they feel about you is that they recognize this nurturing type of emotional connection, and I feel like they do recognize you're kind of empathic, where they can sense that more than you're letting on. Like, you can sense emotions, and you can tell when someone's lying or not, but also if someone's down and, like, "Oh, everything's fine," and you're like, "Is it though?" You always pick up on that, and I like that. And on the other side of things too, with the Justice card, I feel like they also feel like you have this great balance between emotion and mind, but you have the ability to go really, really intellectual and really, really deep into emotion, but it's like you're a champ at it is what I feel like they feel about it. So I feel like that is something that they feel is a strength, and something that they respect. They're like, wow, you can go at it with the mental, with, people, but you can also be really compassionate. And it's like you can cry with people, but you can also, you know, uh, like, I don't know, what are these little things that they have at bars where they have quizzes and like competitions. Like, you could go, you could play word games with people and bust, like, what was it? The Trivial Pursuit. Like, you could blast people away at Trivial Pursuit, is the energy that I'm picking up from them. Um, they also, along with this, the Queen of Cups, has very much High Priestess energy in it. But also you got the Magician card too, which I like this, you know, you you're like just a great balance is what I see between the two of those here. There's like this, because there's the divine feminine energy, where you're open to receiving, but there's the magician divine masculine energy too, where you will, boom, you can switch gears, and you're adaptable that way. And I just feel like they see you here. Here is the Two of Swords. It's the balancing between the head and the heart. And you can be a warrior and a princess at the same time, and you can adapt to whatever situation. I like all this, because they're just like, it's like respect, it's impressiveness with it, if that makes sense. And there is emotion there with the Queen of Cups, so they do have admiration and attraction and those things too. And there's the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is past life energy. So there's also this draw between the two of you that they recognize, and I'm sure you recognize, because it's very deep. It's very, below the surface in the Akashic records. And so you like, there's this draw that's otherworldly, is like what I like to call it, because it's like other lively. It's like nothing in this life. It's like, why is this here? But it's something that goes back past lifetimes together. And this is the draw that comes in there. And so, they think in that manner with you. They have those feelings, and this other draw that they may not understand what it is. They can sense it, but I feel like now you know what it is if you didn't. It's past life connections, that comes into. So I like that for you, Infinity, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, and thank you so much for your donation. And then Mia, you are up for your additional question. Let's give that some love and like that. Perfect. Question 2, will you be able to send your letter by this month and start feeling things shaking? All right. Let's take a look here. So, will you be able to send your letter? All right. And feel things shaking. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, I feel like there is going to be, yeah. The energy on the bottom of the deck, we got the shaking tower, the change of things, the sparking of things. So definitely there. You have this, I see here, it starts off with the Hermit card and the Queen of Pentacles. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. You've got all this energy of being by yourself and focusing on you, developing your self-love and all of that. So I see that you've been creating this, taking this time for you. You're this hermit being alone, but then you also have the Chariot card that kicks in, which is movement and victory. That comes in here, and the power of choice. So you are able to send the letter and start feeling things shaking for sure with all of this. But the Chariot is the power of choice card too, so it's up to you to choose to do it, to step forward, to, have things, unfold. Um, and, sometimes what holds us back from doing things sometimes too is we're afraid of what's going the results going to be. But we're afraid of results when we feel we're at the whim of results. And what I mean by that is we're taught all this growing up, right? When this happens, this is what it means. When that happens, this is how I'm supposed to feel. When that happens, this is the energy I'm supposed to invest. When that happens, this is the, physical actions I'm supposed to take. So when that thing happens, I feel like I'm obligated to do things that way, but I don't. That's the power of the Chariot is I get to decide what that means, how I want to feel, what I want to do, action I want to take, right? And so there is this freedom that can come in with that when you step into the power of realizing I get to choose what I want to do. You love the tower. You're impatient. Yeah, but you get to do what you wanna do, right? You get to send whatever letter, you get to do whatever you feel you wanna do, and everything else, it's like, that's just how it's gonna be, but you get to choose what it means. You get to choose, everyone gets to choose. So when someone else chooses a certain reaction, you know, whatever story they're gonna put to it, emotion, that's their right, but that doesn't mean that's what you have to put to it, right? So I like the power that comes with all that there for you. All right, so many blessings to you, Mimia. And actually, I think you're up next. Yes, we got 2 more PayPal, which came in after, so we'll finish this one up here for you, Mimia. Thank you for your additional donation. Give that a like as well. All right. So, question 3, what will the F's first answer be to your letter versus what he would truly like to say? Uh-oh. All right, let's take a look here. So, what he will answer, all right, versus what he would like to say. Let's take a look here. All right. So interesting. So, the first response to the letter is like the 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles is, this creative, being true to your authentic self. It just feels like they would, um, I don't know, fluff it up a little bit. I feel like they would try to make sure that it's, they're honoring your true authenticity and who you are, and they're very creative in, responding, right? I feel like they could take time to communicate, right? Um, in the middle of it all, I feel like there's, um, you know, we've got the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups. This is like, the Nine of Cups is like wish fulfillment, and the High Priestess is who dives deep into things and wants to understand, what the truth is about things, right? Which sounds like what you're wanting to do, but this is what they're doing. They want to make sure, do you really know what you want? Is this really what they want? And this is all that's going on below the surface, because the high priest just steps back, connects upward, connects backward, dives deep into the emotions, tries to figure out what's going on. And I feel like their first reaction is that they kind of take a step back to try to understand what you're wanting, what they're wanting, trying to understand it all. And then their first response is colorful, the 3 of Pentacles. It's like it's like a work of art. It's like, yeah, and I see what you're saying, because what they're how they're presenting it, it's like, I almost feel like they leave you wondering how they feel, because you're like, "Well, you said this, but that could mean these things." You were very It's almost like a politician. They say a lot of words, but you're like, "But you didn't really answer my question." And what they really wanna tell you here is the strength card, the courage, the lion. They wanna be seen. They want to lead things. They wanna be the, um the leader, the strong one. I want to be I feel like it's the Leo lower vibrational energy, which is look at me, I'm in charge. I'm the king of the jungle. You know, I get what I want. I'm the king. I feel like that's what they want to say, um, if they could, but that's just what they're going through on the inside. Because if they said that, they would be spending a lot of their time alone in life, because the people would be like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, sire," um, but I feel like, that's like you're asking the first answer, and that's their first impression. But I do feel after, their little, colorful response, their political response, they're diving deep trying to figure out what is it that truly, life is, and what truly is the life they want with this dream come true energy here. So hopefully that helps there, Mia, which is great. You get to decide, oh, you know what? And Ricky, I just totally bypassed you. The email came in. I forgot I had my phone in this um, position, and I put it back because I did it a certain way so I would remember, but then my OCD put it back into its regular spot, and I totally bypassed you. I'm so sorry. So you will be next. My apologies. But that's what they have for you, Mia. All right. And because the email just now came through, which is crazy because it was from so long ago. All right. Thanks for being understanding there, Ricky. And did you put your question up above? Let me scroll up here. There we go. There it goes. All right, Ricky. So you want to know, how does your husband feel about this Libra woman he told you about? You've been separated a year, but got back in communication all of January, but then went back into okay. Let's give these a shuffle and see what's going on here. All right. So, how does your husband feel about this Libra? And what else do they want you to know here? Okay. Yeah, that was my elbow. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. So the first card that came out is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is, it feels like their life is, you know, um, unfolding in the outside world. The Eight of Pentacles is like putting in the work, and, things are unfolding, things are, moving forward in their life in general. Um, but when it comes to relationship, like when we're talking about this other woman that he told you about, I mean, we've got the Prince of Swords, we got the Princess of Pentacles, and we got all this nightmare and insomnia here. So, this would been had been them before, and they are very different, in who they are, but there's a lot of with the Nine of Swords, there's just a lot of drama that goes on there. A lot of I just feel like there's a lot of high maintenance and a lot of disappointments and a lot of that they thought it was going to be all great and all of that. I just feel like it just ends up being disappointing. This is kind of represents it too. You think it's going to be 10 of cups, all roses and everything else, but bam, 3 of swords. And this is what I feel like they've been going through here. In fact, there might have been someone else that they had before. I don't feel like it was necessarily like you. I feel like they've had maybe there was someone before you. If there was no one, during this year, but I just feel like every time they try to move into a relationship, it falls apart because they are expecting the other person to be their wholeness, their completeness, right? And it's like we're kind of all taught that growing up, right? Our parents tell us, you make mommy sad, you make daddy mad. We're taught that as children, and we're taught, oh, we're responsible for other people's emotions. And so we get into relationships. I'm responsible for their happiness and they're responsible for mine, but we're out of control, in those situations. I'm the only one that can make me happy. And once I'm happy, then I can share my happiness. But when we look and we're in a relationship and they don't make us happy, we break up. We go to number 2, they don't make us happy. Number 3 doesn't make us happy. Number 4 doesn't make us happy. I feel like this is the pattern that all humans go through until we realize, oh, there's a common denominator and all that. Me, oh, I'm the unhappy one. I'm the one that has to make myself happy. And I feel like this is what is happening here. I just feel like drama, 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 disappointment is in here. And until they find that in them, they can't offer that to someone. In fact, there's this great meme, which I've been reading off and on during different sessions the last few days. Let me see here. Let me get into the right place here. Here it is. It says sometimes people can't reciprocate because they can't give you what they can't give themselves. Those who are at war with themselves can't give you peace. Those who betray themselves can't give you loyalty. Those who lie to themselves can't give you honesty. See them as they are, not who you wish them to be. And it's great. I mean, it's like right between the eyes with that. So there's this like boom, and it's like realizing, they're unhappy, they're unhappy, they're unhappy, they're unhappy. Till they're happy, you're not going to be able to make them happy. And so, if they, like you said, they opened up, started communicating, then they are not feeling happy again on the inside. And they think, oh, it must be you. Well, no, it's you. When you point the finger at someone, there's 3 fingers pointing right back at us, right? And that's what's coming in here. They have to, with this strength card, here's the lion. The lion is the human, the higher self here is the maiden. And that tells us that it's us, that has to, um, you know, how's Byron Katie? I love her. She has so many great sayings. It's like, you can't hurt me. That's my job. Only I can hurt myself. You can't make me happy. That's my job. Only I can make myself happy. So, this is the energy that's coming in with all of this. Um, so hopefully that helps bring some clarity. But, you know, until they find their happiness, it's just going to continue. They're going to continue on that cycle until they realize that they are the common denominator in it all. And they're the only ones that can make themselves happy. And then they can share their happiness with someone that they love. So, yeah. So everything I just mentioned is how he feels about her. If you want to rewind, just to make sure you captured it all, because we were talking about how there's disappointment, there's, high maintenance, there's friction and drama. So there's all this energy that, he's looking for them to make him feel whole, but they can't. So he's unhappy, but keeps trying, to turn to people to try to make him happy, and they can't. And so, there's disappointment, you know, with all of that, if that makes sense. And there's still anytime we are intimate with people, we share we have like a little hotel in our heart with all these rooms, and we give everyone a little piece of our heart, a little real estate in our heart. No matter how it ends, there's always a little piece in their heart for everyone that we've been with and have loved. There's always that emotional memory that's in there. So it's there's always going to have that little attraction there, but it doesn't mean that they wanna be with him. They're just very disappointed, it just feels like. All right. All right. Very good, Ricky, and thank you for your patience there. Okay. All right, sure, absolutely. So just pop your additional question there. I do have a couple others here. All right, so Maria, and is this another one? All right, so Maria has a couple more. Thank you, Maria. I'm here. All right, so your secondary question is, okay, so will they reach back to you? All right, so let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what's going on here. So, will they reach back to you after you said hello and all that to them? You know, well, they are very much to themselves right now. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, which they kind of feel this hermit mode, where they're um, off to themselves from the physical world. So I kind of feel like they're standoffish just in general right now. And it makes sense here with the hanged one, with the hanged man, transformation, seeing things from a higher perspective, being in the cocoon, the caterpillars and transformation. And they even got the Empress with the giant butterfly there too, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing themselves, focused on themselves there with all of that. And they've got the Justice card too, which with that giant Ace of Swords in the middle, they're balancing things out in their life. I don't feel like they will. I feel like they're just so self-consumed right now with all of this energy. I mean, um, got 3 major arcana out of 4, and then the other one is about them being to themselves. So I do feel like they're going through a major change in their life right now where they're kind of just focused in on their own self. Um, no, I don't feel like it was a silly, I just feel like it was, they saw it, they knew it, but Um, it's almost like they have ADHD because 'cause they're showing me like a little puppy. It's like the puppy sees something until something distracts it, and then they totally forget that exists, and then something else distracts them, and then I just feel like they're all over the place, and so, they didn't they're not avoiding you, they're just so distracted and self-consumed that, they just don't have a whole lot of importance put on outside things right now. It's all about them. I don't know if that's like their norm. If you're like, no, it is, but I feel like they're so consumed, with their own self there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and not that he forgot about you, like, he just gets distracted very easily. And it's like, oh my goodness, and that happens, I've got I've got a few people. My dad has ADHD, and so he'll be texting me. and right mid conversation, he'll just disappear. And yeah, it's like, all right, well, guess we were done with that anyway, you know? So that's the kind of energy that comes in with that there. Uh, yeah, hey, Natty Nat, yeah, you can still do free readings. I'm not sure. I'm still doing donations for a little while, but you definitely can put questions. If I have enough free readings that I don't get to, I sometimes come back on later if I don't complete it during our session too. So it doesn't hurt. Yeah, so you saw and remembered, but then, yeah, got distracted. It's like, "Oh, yeah, da, da, da," and then whoops, off they went into, you know, cleaning the refrigerator. Yeah, and we're kinda answering your other question too, but there's a comedian, he's the comedian that stutters, that he got founded to, like, America's Got Talent or something, but his wife has ADHD, and he goes, she was cleaning house and he goes, "No, it's not funny." Because he goes, she was cleaning and the vacuum fell over and hit the coffee table, which spilt her coffee, and then she goes, "Oh, I need to fix that leg on the coffee table." So she took the legs off the coffee table, then realized, "Oh, I spilled my coffee. I need to go get paper towels to clean it up." And she went in the kitchen and goes, "Oh, that's right. I was gonna start dinner." And he does like this whole thing, and you're just like, "Oh my god." And he goes, "And I come home and the house is a wreck." And he's like, "What happened?" And she goes, "I was cleaning." But that's the kind of what they're showing me in my head is this, you know, chaos that came in there. So let's take a look. Well, let's see what else we have here. Will he come out of this ADHD and um, because I don't feel like you pushed him away. I just feel like he's just very distracted. But let's talk about, based on current energies, is there going to be communication in the future? And what does that look like? And anything else they want you to know here? All right. I feel like eventually here, yeah. So we still, the bottom of the deck, we still got the little hanged man energy. They're like, eventually, they want to bring that in there, that it's going to take them time to get through this, because I feel like they're doing something to try to get their mind where they don't feel so scattered, because those twos are like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between things rather than being singularly focused. And I feel like that's what their big obstacle is here with the Nine of Wands. Usually they have someone that's got like a bandage on their head from hitting up against the same wall over and over and over again. I like this, the way they do this, because you can see here this Ace of Wands used to be back here, which was blocking it, but they've taken this, and they even have the Magician. So I feel like they're taking power in their life. They're trying to overcome this, whether they're seeing someone to get medication or learning ways to try to focus. But I feel like they are realizing how much it impacts their life, and how um, just non-functional it's making them in a lot of things. So I feel like they are really strongly pursuing there, right? Yeah, and just to focus, right, without getting distracted, and it does impact you. Confidence when you have ADHD, because you can't finish stuff. You just start things, and there's a bunch of started things, and you don't accomplish a whole lot. You end up not doing well at work and life and different things, and it does impact them. But I feel like, we've got the Four of Wands, which definitely it leads to joy later. So I feel like it's going to be a while. So I wouldn't hold your breath because you'll pass out. But um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can't do anything for them besides send them love from a distance. It's their journey. You can't you can't focus a unfocused person. That has to be them, learning how to focus, maybe having some medications that help them a little bit to do that in the beginning, whatever. But it does take them having to do that themselves. So, you know, I kind of feel like it's going to be a journey for them, and eventually, there's. But I feel like it's like a ways away, so I wouldn't put a lot of energy and invest in that. Just send love from a distance and live your life, is what I feel with this situation we're in. So sorry, but that's at least it's not you, that it's their journey and their battle that they're going through, trying to, get to things there. So all right. So many blessings there, my dear. Hang in there. Enjoy your adventure. Let's take a look here. All right. So I'll leave that open so I won't forget this time. Here, I'm going to put my phone right here, Ricky. Let's see here. So I do have. Let me just make sure where I'm at here. So I did those. I did those. Excuse me. All right, and then Ricky's, yours did come through before the others here. So sorry. So Ricky, your second question is up next here, and you wanted to know, how does your husband feel towards you? All right, let's take a look here, and then there'll be Brenda, and then infinity is 1, and whatever is below that. All right. Let's take a look here, Ricky. So current energies, how does your husband feel towards you? What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, all right. Oh. I'm sorry. I guess I should show you. I know. Oh. So we do have the Lovers card here. So, very important relationship, and you mean definitely a lot to them. They have a large place in their heart for you. Let's see what else we've got here. All right. So we've got that. A lot of balance. And there's the Eight of Pentacles again. So, they've got this. So Temperance card coming in here, is the slow progression, and, the it's the back and forth between things. And they feel like eventually, that it's alchemy. It's eventually this base metal can turn into gold, but and they got the marriage card here, so they do feel like you've. I don't know how long you guys been married. It feels like this temperance is more about, we put in a lot of time, we put in a lot of effort, and they don't want to just give that up. And the marriage is important to them, um, with all of this here too. Um, we have the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. What what with this combination, with the marriage and with all of this, the Ten of Swords comes into this again. We were talking about, they've got these long list of expectations of what a relationship is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. And I feel like they failed so much in it, that that is what really, um gnaws at them. It just really, um it's like when you have a so much that you are feel that you're supposed to be, and you feel you're failing it. Why do you want to keep feeling that way, right? Why do you want to keep feeling like you're failing over and over and over again, falling short over and over and over again? And so the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, is like, can there be a new start? Can there be clearing away all this cage of supposed to be's, and can we have a breath of fresh air in a relationship? Because when we have so many things we feel have to happen, like all these expectations, takes all of that just to get up to zero, right? rather than when we have lower expectations and we do all this, look at all the abundance, we feel good rather than feel like we're falling short all the time or exhausted just to get back to zero. And so I feel like there's a piece of that, and that's not like specifically towards you, right? That's um, more towards the marriage and towards what what they feel like a marriage is supposed to be and all of that, right? So we've got that type of energy that's coming in there. Yeah, yeah, right. And we've got the Two of Pentacles and we've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, she's a balancer between the head and the heart. And the Two of Pentacles is also about balancing in the outside world. So I feel like they're trying to find a way to, how can we make this work and enjoy it at the same time, right? And that's what we come up here. Here's that Eight of Pentacles. They're really trying in the outside world, trying to figure out things and have this unfold. But we got this the Judgment card too, which is double endings, double new beginnings, and their higher self calling them to this higher place. And this is what they're wanting to do, this freedom that comes in here. Again, it comes back to that of there's so much that they appreciate about you and the relationship and the time and the joy that you guys have had, but there's also this feeling of emptiness when it comes to so much is expected, you know, and you can imagine if we live a life of, interaction with someone where, and I'm not saying that you're doing this because they could be doing this in their head themselves, but it's like when we are feeling every day of how we're falling short and what I'm not doing, what I'm not doing, what I'm not doing, instead of appreciation and gratitude for what I am doing. Can you imagine a relationship where you don't talk about how someone's falling short ever? And all you do is talk sincerely every day about what you love about what they are doing. Talk about you'd want to be in that relationship, engaged in it because we're talking about what we appreciated with each other instead of focusing on where we're falling short. And I feel like that's the kind of energy that comes up here with that, Ricky, if that makes sense. And that is something that it's like, you know what? We could do that. And it's amazing because when you start being grateful for things, not only do you get more of that, they want to do more for you. But when we're focusing on what someone is not doing, they don't want to do what they are doing and they want to do less because you're never feel good enough, right? And this can be all going inside their head from their past as well. It could be or not be anything that you're doing. So that's what's coming in there for you, Ricky. Hopefully that helps a little bit there, my dear. So hang in there. And again, thank you for your additional donation as well. All right. Okay, I did that one. I did that one. All right. So we are to the chat here. Yeah. And when we expect a lot from others, we come back to ourselves too, right? I'm the only one that can give me what I'm looking for. And then I fill up and whatever they give is above and beyond extra. It's life-changing. It really is. Yeah. Yeah. Try just give him that's all you give him. But sincere, not blowing smoke up his butt. Because we all know it, right? When people are like, "Yeah, yeah, blah, blah, blah." Be specific, with what we give them, right? All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Brenda, thank you for your additional sticker there. And so you said you messaged Matthew. He already read the messages. What do you think will come out of all this, and what decision will he make? I told him I love him as well. Oh, that's nice. Let's take a look here. So let's see, based on current energies, what is Matthew going to think of this message here? You're welcome, Ricky. I was going, did you make another donation? No, the email just came through for that last donation. Isn't that crazy? Crazy, crazy, crazy. CashApp must be flooded this weekend or something. Emails taking forever. All right, let's take a look here, Brenda. What is Matthew going to think when he reads this message here? Okay. All right. So there is transformative energy that comes in here. It's interesting. We've got the Two of Pentacles, which is the balancing out of the outside world, and we've got the Queen of Swords. Just put these in all separate, and they came flying back out again. But there is this balancing energy that we have here between head and heart, and even the Five of Wands is transformation of something that feels fiery like a volcano to something more loving and more kind here. So I feel like there is some, balancing out in their head, in between their head and their heart, right? You invited him, right? You're like, can you get out of your head and into your heart? Let's see here. Um, well, it just might work here because you've got here the Nine of Cups, which here's all this heart. Use your heart. Nine of Cups, allow your emotions to flow. And the Eight of Pentacles, which is movement in the outside world, and the World card, which is ending of old cycles and beginning of new adventure. So I feel like um, I feel like that there it is going to balance things out for him. And with this Nine of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the World card is victory. Nine of Cups is kind of like a emotional wish fulfillment. It is the emotional wish fulfillment card, and the Eight of Pentacles is also flowing of the outside world. So I feel like that they're going to respond well to this, and I feel like it is transformative. I do feel like it's like um, they're realizing like, "Whoa, whoa," because I feel like it's something out of the norm for them, and I feel like it really gets their attention, Brenda. So I like it. It's victory. I feel like there's movement in the outside world, so I feel like you will get a response back from them. Maybe I don't know if they're in the middle of something, you might get it tomorrow, if not tonight. Um, but it feels like that there is movement. So I would say that, yeah, that it feels like they're going to balance things out and kind of go with the flow and the old ways of looking at things. I feel like you will continue your relationship, but they want to alter it without a whole lot of expectation because that's like the world card is the last card in the major arcana, and then it starts over again at the zero, the full card, which is this journey without restriction, without intention, without rules, and they just want to kind of go with the flow and see where things flow. Um, so that's good. We'll accept that, right? Yeah, I don't feel like, well, we got lovers on the bottom. It's an important relationship. It can be romantic, but definitely the lovers card is friendship. It can be lovers, it can be best friends, as well. But that's the energy underneath is like it's an important relationship. So I do feel like they will, want to do it, but without a whole lot of restriction around it. You know, not like, well, what do you want it to be? Anything like that just pushes them in the other direction. They don't want to be caged. They just want to go with the flow, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, so that's what they have for you, Brenda. Good luck. I feel like they'll get back to you, if not tonight, tomorrow. I feel like they might be in the middle of something or falling asleep on the couch. But I feel like whatever's going on, that if they don't respond tonight, don't worry about it. I feel like they'll respond to you tomorrow. All right. So many blessings to you, Brenda. All right. You're welcome. All right. And then infinity is one. So let's give that some love and like that. So thank you so much for your donation there, Infinity. And so does M have romantic feelings for you? All right, let's take a look here and see. Does M, all right. Do they have romantico feelings? What else do they want you to know here? Okay. Don't be throwing things around here. Okay. I don't know here if romantic feelings as much as attraction. Well, we got the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like, this has been coming up quite a bit here. It's like they're wanting to be independent and by themselves in a way. They just feel like kind of drawn in at this point in their life here. But they've got the Four of Wands, which is joy, celebration, gatherings. Um, but it's mutual kind of uh, energetic attraction, physical attraction. And we got the Prince of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. That's why when I'm looking at this Wands stuff here, it's stable energy, but it's also more passionate than it is, romantic feelings from the heart. I feel like they're just kind of withdrawn. They got peace of mind, Four of Swords. So mental stability, energetic stability, mutual attraction. But they got the Two of Pentacles. Very, very balanced energy here. So, I just feel like what is going on here? Where's the romance? What's going on with their heart? I'm gonna get nosy for a sec here. I just want to figure out what's going on with their heart here. Why is their heart not being expressed here? Okay. Yeah, here's all the emotion. Knight of Cups and the Moon card. So this is why they're withdrawn here with this Nine of Pentacles from the outside world. They are majorly doing deep diving into the hidden and unknown of the emotions with the Moon card. And the Knight of Cups, this is the knight in pursuit of their inner love for themselves. And so they are very guarded. There's a lot of emotion that's flowing beneath the surface, but it is like being it's in solitary confinement. Emotions do not have pass. They have to stay below the surface right now because they're working on them and transforming them. That's why they have this Nine of Pentacles hermit type of like, I want to be by myself a lot. They're just reflecting on a lot of stuff. I don't know. I feel like there's been something, there's something significant with the Fool card here. They've had significant endings and beginnings that have happened in their life that have shaken, whatever you prefer. um, we don't count off for spelling and grammar in this chat in this chat. but I feel like there's something that did shake up their world a bit. It could be like a loss of someone in their family or something, but something really has shaken them to make them really look at themselves. This is what's going on with them right now. So that's why the romantic feelings, if they're like below the surface and they're just hanging out down there. So that's what's coming in there for you there. Infinity is one. So again, thank you for your donation there. And hey, Shalia, welcome. You were one of our winners of the Zen Cricket membership. So congratulations. And thanks for being here. If you want to know more about what comes with the memberships, there's a link down in the description box below as well. So good to have you. And yeah, for the free readings, I do go down in order, first come, first serve. And I just finished a bunch of donations. Donations I prioritize. I step outside of the free reading to complete them and go back in. So I'm headed back up to the top to begin on the free readings. I'm going to be on for about 30 more minutes here, and then I go off to my Praying Mantis member session. But I have enough free readings that are here that I will come back on later after that and complete the free readings as well. So I will get to yours sometime tonight. It just may be a little bit. So good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So I think, let me just make sure I didn't pass anyone up here. All right. You're welcome, Infinity. Okay. So we had completed Rhonda, and then, so Blessed One, you are up next here. All right. So Blessed One, anything for Spirit Free? Oh, happy birthday to you. I'm Aquarius as well. So happy birthday. There is, if you haven't seen it, let me see, do I have it here? I might even have a link to it here. Aquarius, yeah, happy Aquarius season. So I'm going to pop this down into the chat here, and this is for anybody that wants to pick a card for Aquarius season. But if you have an Aquarius in your life or are an Aquarius, there's a special bonus birthday reading where it gives you a forecast for 3 months. So besides a pick a card for everyone, there's also that. So blessed one, if you haven't checked it out, you have extra information there too. But let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about your birthday. So happy birthday. And let's see what they want you to know here. All right, look at these 2 3s. Beautiful energy. You got the Empress, which is the major arcana 3, which is new birth, creativity. And I like this nudge from Spirit too, with all this creative energy, with the 3 of Pentacles about being true to your authentic self. Allow yourself to express and live your passions. It's like for this next year, let your hobby be to discover a passion of yours and go live it, like whether it's doing pottery or and something creative too, painting, whatever it is, because with you expressing your passion, pursuing your passion, this is where you have the new birth and new beginnings, but also where you will meet, if you don't have a love in your life, this is where you'll meet your love, and it's going to be someone who shares the same passion with you. And so you'll have that in common, and that's where the spark happens. So I love this for you. It's definitely this year of creativity, but being true to the authentic you. Don't get drawn off by the fear of people getting mad or people pulling away their support of you, because this the love of your life is going to fall in love for you being you, not you trying to be someone you're not, and for doing something that you're not wanting to do. This is like you're like going and doing pottery at a pottery shop that lets you use their potter's wheel, and while you're creating this, you're all full of clay and everything, and you're not, all prim and proper, and they are also, next to you on a potter's wheel. They're like, how are you doing that way? And you're like, well, if you do this and this, and you're like, what are you making? And they're like, oh, this is kind of like this ancient African type pottery. And you're like, oh my gosh, I love that. And they're like, just spark, and here you go. So I like that for you, blessed one, and a very happy birthday to you. All right, many blessings to you. All right, whoops. Mouse gone wild, mouse gone wild. All right, there we go. Whoops. All right, now it's behaving. All right. All right. So up next we got Daisy. Hey, Daisy. So good news. You get your research assignments regraded. We knew that it was going to be taken care of, right? So I like that. So they're going to redo it and be nicer about it. All right. And you want to know, what is Spirit bringing you this week? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. All right. I like it. Got 2 number 5s. We had just 2 number 3s. We got these repeating numbers, 5, and you got the Hierophant, Major Arcana 5, which is the number of change and transformation. And there's even 5 people in the room and 15 likes. All these 5 5s that I'm seeing on here. So it is the number of change and transformation. 5 of Wands is the energy next week is changing from something feeling conflicting to something more loving and kind. Maybe you could get your grades back. But the Hierophant is in his teacher too. It's yeah. So I feel like there's this great energy around a teacher, because the Hierophant is the spiritual teacher. So I feel like there is a significant change of something that felt so conflicting, feels so loving and kind. So I like that for you next week. Definitely depends on, maybe it's that situation, maybe it's others, but I feel like there's some great um, change of energy where you might have felt stressed or fear or conflict with someone, but it transforms next week for you. So I like that for you, Daisy. Love it. All right. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here of my tea. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. And we have a happy pill. You would like a reading for this week. All right, let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know about this week? All right. So, if there's something that's been going on here, you got the Temperance card, which the Temperance card really is about patience and something taking time, as it goes back and forth. Whoa. Pshoom, as it goes back and forth between the two cups here. It is the transformation. It's like alchemy. And eventually, something turns to gold. And with this King of Pentacles, I feel like whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been patiently waiting and working, and it's what's been unfolding, I feel like it comes to fruition. Like you get some of the benefit, if not a lot of the benefit, of whatever was unfolding, whatever was been growing, whatever you've been very patient with, and just you know it's like when you plant something, you continue to water it, and you make sure it gets sunlight, you do all the tasks and everything. And I feel like you've been putting in all the work for whatever this is, and you get reward this next week from it. So it's like finally the wait is over. Boom, here comes the fruit. So that's what's coming in there for you, Happy Pill. I like it. So many blessings to you. You probably know what that is. You're like, I know. It's the thing I've been trying that's been driving me nuts, that you've been super patient with. But I feel like you start to see fruition. So I like it. Right. And then Doll Face Diva, you went spirit messages. So what does spirit want you to know right now? Right. Wow. I just put that card back in. Here we come back again. So you have been patient regarding love with the Two of Cups here. And, they literally have the Two of Cups that's going back and forth between the two of here. So the Two of Cups and the Two of Cups, there is this patience, trusting things are unfolding. Things may not move super, super fast in regards to love and relationship, but it's worth the wait, which is what's coming in here. I know I wish you were getting, happy pills. Like, you've been waiting so patient. Here it is. It's blossoming. No, not yet. But it's unfolding and it's worth the wait because it does turn to gold. And I like this, just be patient with it. Just know that, when things are running slow, it's happening for us so that we can raise our love vibration so we don't draw in a lower vibrational relationship. But you're working on your self love, letting go of thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you, emotions that don't serve you, relations that don't serve you. You've been getting these messages of letting emotional things go, and you're rising and rising and rising and rising your love vibration. Eventually you'll stop drawing any lower vibrational relationships, and people are going to start drawing in these higher vibrational people that you're like, wow, I'm so glad these are the friends I've been looking for all my life, and these relationships, romantic too, that you've been looking for. So I like this for you, Dollface Diva. Just continue to work on releasing those old things because you're raising your love vibration and you're headed in the perfect direction. Just a little bit of encouragement in that's coming in there for you. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Magician, you are up. Angel messages. Let's see here. What do your angels want you to know right now? All right, right here. All right. So you've got the Moon card and you've got the Four of Cups. And so the message that comes in here, the Four of Cups is about emotional stability, right? I'm sorry, hit my microphone. Hope that wasn't too loud. And the Moon card shows that there's a lot below the surface, below in the subconscious, that's bubbling up and coming up. And all of this is to help you realize, that the three cups of the outside world, that they don't fulfill us, they fall short, and it brings us a lot of emotional baggage and and pain and energy that's being invested down below. But there is the stability, this Ace of Cups that you're being drawn to with the moon energy upward, and it's allowing you to fill up and overflow. And this in itself is what we're talking about um, almost towards the beginning of this session, where you connect to the higher realms, you connect to this higher love, and that fills you up. So you're turning up the love volume, the unconditional love volume from above, and you're turning down the chaotic, lower vibrational, emotional noise that's rooted in fear. And you're feeling this transformation that's coming in here. There is this overflowing. You can see this emotional stability. And let me see if I can get it to focus. You can see it's overflowing down into these other cups. So where your emotions in your life have been feeling like empty and unfulfilling and disappointing, as this love comes in and you fill with this chalice, it fills up those areas of your life where when they were feeling like they were falling short, now that you're turning more and more inward, filling up with that love, it changes your perception of all that love in the outside world too. Relationships, situations, and things are those three cups. And all those things that have been feeling empty and unfulfilling, now they're feeling more and more fulfilled or overflowing because you're overflowing from the inside out. We can't be filled from the outside in. It has to be from the inside out. And I feel like this is the angel message for you, is to realize that that is how we end up with a fulfilled, full feeling life, is through that search inward and upward, the diving deep into those emotions, going up and connecting higher to the higher realms. It's the only way we find true happiness in this lifetime. So I feel like that's a lot of confirmation for you. I feel like you know this, but I feel like you needed to know that um, you've been doing the work, you've been putting it in, things are flowing, and you will start feeling things fill up and overflow if you're not feeling it yet. So I like that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, Magician. So many blessings to you. All right. Continue moving down the list here. Somewhere. There we go. Dajona. Dajona. So whatever comes out, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Well, look at all this energy, all this fire movement here. So you've got the 10 of Wands, endings and beginnings with energy, and the Page of Wands, which would be, the Prince of Wands is the Page of Wands in this deck. So it is endings and beginnings that are coming in here. I like this. You're reaching this point of flow in your life. And I feel like you've done some purging already of your energies. And what this means is, like, there's all these like 10 different areas that you're investing energy in, and you've been realizing what's important and what's urgent. Sometimes, a lot of times, urgent things really aren't important. And so when all this urgent stuff is trying to demand your attention, you don't have to give to it. And I feel like you're taking back a lot of energy with this Prince of Wands, the Page of Wands. You're bringing it all into a focus, and you're realizing that, wow, I didn't realize how much energy I was giving to so many people and to so many things that aren't for my dream, for my true north, where I want to head. And I feel like you've been really identifying what it is, where you want to go, and what you want to do. And you're kind of siphoning back this energy you've been giving away everywhere into these black holes, and you're repositioning them and redirecting them towards things that are truly important to you. It's like your capital T truth, your true north is where you're investing it. And that's very much supported there. So that's what they have for you, Dajona. So many blessings to you. All right. And we are to Felicia Fang. Felicia. So, will you get a job in a new industry in 3 months? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Card flying out already. And another one. So let's take a look here, see what we have here. All right. Wow. Yeah, you mean you've got the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles here. And the King of Wands is, this energy of like the Emperor. If you put the energy into it and you make the decisions and you put the plan and you move toward it, yeah, it's not going to just come flying into your lap. It is you deciding what industry I want to do. We talk about this, right? Of your dream. It's like, what do I want? You put a plan, you're putting action, you have movement, and then you have the King of Pentacles too. But all this divine masculine energy isn't divine feminine going, I'm a cup, come fill me. This is magician energy. This is movement. I'm implementing, I'm taking action, I'm taking control. And I like that. So this is very strong energies, and you definitely have the possibilities for that. But it's you deciding and you initiating it all, not waiting for other people or things to come to you. But you're like, you know what? I know what I want, and I'm going for it. And that's the kind of energy that's required with that. So that is what's coming in there. And thank you for the reminder of all the, thumbs up. I really appreciate that. I get so involved in the readings, I forget to thank everyone for giving the video a thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys for all of you that have done that, and Felicia for um, mentioning that as well. All right. So we'll continue moving down here. All right. Hey, Felicia. Yeah. Action, action, action. Yeah, exactly. So if you're like, there's something you're interested, you want to study it, go for it. That's what the energy is. And as you put the energy forward, then the universe matches that, more than matches it. All right. So I'm excited for you. Go, go, go. All right. Silent Victory. You are up next. So hello. Like a general reading for the coming week. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. So general read for the coming week. Oh, woo, woo. Similar to someone else's a little bit here. You got the Temperance card. You got two major arcana. Temperance is the going back and forth. I pointed out that this is the two cups here that are going back and forth. This coming week, I feel like it brings you in this reminder. One, about emotional choice, because the Lover's card is the power of I get to choose what emotion I want to feel. But the Temperance card is this going back and forth, and like they're saying, just trust that to have the loving relationship that you truly want, it takes time to get there, and things are going slow. And whenever things are going slow, when it comes to love, especially, it's about us looking and raising our love vibration, because things go slow in order for us to not tracked in the same old, lower vibrational relationships, doing what we've done before, getting what we got before, right? Bleh, right. But the more that we're given the time to let go of thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that don't serve us, emotions that don't serve us, clearing away emotional energy, emotional investment in people and things, we create the space for this to turn to gold and to unfold here. And so they're saying it's worth the wait, but and the more we raise our love vibration, the faster things speed up too, regarding that. So I love that for you. I just feel like it's a week of realizing, okay, I'm going to focus on what I'm grateful for, raise my love vibration to that of gratitude and joy and laughter and peace. When we focus on what we want, the energy of wanting is what we get more of. It's like, I want um, to go on a trip. So I tell the universe, I really enjoy wanting to go on a trip, but not going on a trip. When I'm grateful for the trips I've had, then I get more trips come in. But when I focus on wanting or what I'm missing, I get more of that missing feeling, more of the wanting feeling, which is like, wait, that's not what I wanted to order. So that's what's coming in there, Silent Victory. Hopefully that resonates there for you. But that's what they have. So many blessings. All right. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping over anyone here. We did those. We did those. We did those. All right. think we are to Grace 1111 here. All right. There you are. So Grace 1111, a general reading. Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. Yeah, we've got the 10 of Wands here and the Ace of Cups. This energy that's coming in here, Grace, what's coming through here is like there's this, we've been investing a lot of energy in trying to find new love, but the energy focus that we have on wanting new love, it's like I was just talking about here, this energy of the energy of wanting new love, all this energy I'm investing tells the universe, I really enjoy wanting, so can you make me want it more and not give it to me, because I really enjoy the not having it and wanting it. It's like, no, it's not what we want, right? So they're talking about an ending of how much energy you're investing in wanting, and in the energy of gratitude for the love that you have had in your life, the love that you have in your own heart, gratitude for things in your life, joy, celebration, that higher vibrational energy. When we recalibrate that energy and we invest it in there, we get more of that comes in. And so it's in letting go of the wanting of something and just the starting to celebrate that there is love coming in your life. That not so much that, because again we go back to the, we're focusing on the coming into the life instead of that it's is, right? You're celebrating, you're seeing what love looks like with it in your life, and you're grateful for the love that you do, whether it's romantic or not. It can be love of friends, love of family, love from Creator, gratitude. It just brings in this that comes in here for you. So I feel like that they're just bringing awareness of going, wow, I don't realize whatever energy I'm focusing on is what is growing. And when I focus on missing and wanting, or what I'm fearing, or what I hate, I'm growing all that. But I'm going to start focusing my powerful energy on the higher vibrational things of gratitude. Then you just have more things that flood in to be grateful for. So I love that for you, Grace. That's what just a, I feel like that. It's just a reminder, just clarity to bring you back to that place. So I like it. All right. So many blessings to you, Grace. Then angel blessings. You are up next here. I lost my place. There I am. So spirit message. All right. So let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know right now? Nope, that was this one. This one right here. Trying to run away. All right. Well, makes sense, because you've got the dual kings coming in here. Dun, 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 dun. You got the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, that of thought and belief and mindset, the master of thinking. In fact, all kings are given a second portion of air. So you actually have 3 parts air, one part earth that coming in here. And the message that comes in with all this, there's a divine masculine energy. It's about taking forward steps. It's about moving forward. And I just feel like there's a lot of change and transformation around worth and around what that means for you in your life here. It's just there's this King of Swords is, they have that Ace of Swords that they gift you, that allows you to see things from the higher perspective. And with the King of Pentacles in search of the, Ace of Pentacles, which is their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, I feel like there's this huge empowerment of stepping forward, learning your worth, but from a higher perspective, transforming these lower vibrational thoughts and beliefs that you have about yourself, and you turn it into higher wisdom and higher knowledge. There's also, if you're interested in going back to school or learning something, very highly um, uh, reinforced, supported is the word I was looking for. Very much supported with all this energy. So it's a perfect time to pursue that and to head that direction. If you so are wanting to do that, they're giving you the 3 thumbs up, boom, 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 with all those that swords energy there too. And it's the Pentacles energy is abundance and success and fulfillment with that too. So they're like, yeah, you would be very good at whatever you're thinking of studying and or wanting to learn more about. They're like, yeah, you'll be very good at it. It will help benefit you and other people too. So I like that for you, angel blessings. That's what's coming in for you right now. Right. So we did that. We did that. We did that one. Okay, and I think we already answered your angel blessings there. All right. Let's see, where are we at? We are at 7:50, so I only got like 5 minutes left. So let me take a look here. Yeah, I do have quite a few more to go. So what I'm going to do here, I got soul searching vibe. So I should be able to do at least one more or a couple more. Then I'll take screenshots and I will come back here. I'm going to be leaving to go to my praying mantis member session for about an hour or so. And then I'll be back on a little later after that. So it's almost 8. I'll be done around between 9, 9:30. So probably 10 o'clock mountain time is probably around the time I'll pop on and finish out the free readings here. And then I will be back tomorrow morning too at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Tonight at midnight, we're going to be rolling out the introduction to my Chaos to Cozy podcast. So I'm excited. The beginning of something new. All right. So soul searching vibe, you want messages from your future self. So let's see. What does your future self want you to know here? All right. I like this. You're in this process with the Eight of Swords of really revealing and understanding the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped in the past. And, the Magician card is about stepping forward. And for some reason, I'm really feeling this is like the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like higher knowledge, and even if it's like going to school or something like that, there is this, it's very supported. It's like you're empowered how you uniquely want to share your love with the world and your passion with the world. They're like, you have everything you need. Don't be afraid to step forward. And like, if you want to be a neuroscientist or a brain surgeon, it's like you have the ability and the capacity to do so. You just have to step beyond your limiting beliefs and to be able to move forward. And that those might be like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. But there's just an example, right? They're like, you could do anything you put your mind to, but it's only your mind that's holding you back. You have all the power with the Magician card. They have everything on the table in front of them to make their dreams come true and to do it. You've got all the intelligence and passion and energy to be able to do it. So really with the eagle, it's time to soar. And that's what they're wanting you to do is to your future self is saying, don't limit yourself. You can do so much. And from the future, looking back with current energies, they're seeing the other pathways that you could be in life. And they're like, with limiting yourself, they're like, this is where I'm at, but I could see how far we could go. That's why they're radiating back to you going, hey, do those courses, study that. Don't hold yourself back, whatever it is, because it does move you forward in your life, going forward. So I like that for you. All right. So that's what they've got for you, soul searching vibe. So many blessings to you. And then, as I mentioned, I'm going to here. So Lynx Lee is who we're leaving off on here. Let me grab some print screens because when I come back later, I will continue in order by the chat of this video. And then once I'm done with the video, I will also pin a comment on it listing the order in which I completed the reading so you could find it easier for yourself there too. All right. Sorry, I just need to focus here for a moment to make sure I get everything here. All right. And then these down here. All right. All right. All right. So Nettie Net. Oh, yeah, I see your question up there. So very good. And Miss Sweet Like Honey, I see you there too. All right. So I do have them all captured. And just to make sure, thank you guys so much for helping me reach the 2,000 plus subscribers. So I have a celebration. Here is the link to the video for a drawing at the end of the month. So be sure to check that out if you're interested in winning a personal recorded reading. Um, Depending on how many people I have enter will determine how many I offer. So there's not just one. If I get a boatload of people, I will offer multiple prizes. So be sure to check that out. And if you're interested in a relationship reading, they are half off until the end of this month. So here's the video for that that talks about what's included in relationship readings. And I do offer a ton of other readings, past life readings, birthday readings, personal readings. And then I also have a Hedge of Peace and Love and also Astro, a Wish Upon a Star Astro reading, which all that's in the description box below if you're interested in finding out what any of those things are. All right, everybody. I'm headed off to my Praying Mantis member session. I will be back later this evening and then again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life that you truly are unconditionally, eternally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.